But it's only 6 days since the UN's nuclear watchdog, the IAEA, declared Iran in breach of its non-proliferation obligations for the first time in nearly 20 years. Israel's strikes on the country began that night. Well, let's discuss this further. Rafael Grossi is the IAEA's Director General. He joins me now from Geneva. Mr. Grossi, thank you very much for joining us here on the programme. Can we just have some clarity here? Because I spoke to the President of Israel. When I speak to the officials here in Israel, they continue to cite that quarterly report that the IAEA put out to say that Iran was not meeting its obligations. Did that report, by saying that, mean that Iran was actually racing to the bomb?
Well, first of all, thank you very much. It's good to talk to you. Well, that is a matter of interpretation. The report says a number of things which point to the fact that we were not getting the answers that we were asking Iran to give us on a number of areas. And this is what prompted the board of governors of the IAEA to consider, on the basis of my report, that Iran is not in compliance with its obligations. Then, individual states draw their conclusions and take actions. It is not the report itself, if this is what you mean in your question, that is indicating that X, Y, or Z should be done as a consequence of that.
But I think it was an important consideration. I understand what you're saying, but the fact that they continue to cite this report, based on your assessments, I mean, given what the U.S. intelligence community has been saying, and it's contradicting what the Israeli intelligence is saying, the Americans have continued to say, and Tulsi Gabbard said 2 months ago to the Senate Estimates Committee, the intelligence community has continued to say that we don't believe that Iran at this point in time is trying to weaponize. Is that your assessment as well?
Well, that was not in the same way. We have different mandate, different approach than the national intelligence of a country. For us, on the basis of our inspections, on the basis of our own evaluations, we came to the conclusion that we could not affirm that there is any systematic effort in Iran at the moment to manufacture a nuclear weapon. While we say that, at the same time, we say Iran is enriching 60% uranium, the only country in the world doing that. So there were elements for concern. But as to saying they are building manufacturing a nuclear weapon, no, we didn't say that.
Are you worried about these nuclear facilities potentially being targeted now and the impact of that?
Of course we are. We proceed from the assumption that nuclear facilities shouldn't be attacked. But in any case, once this is happening, this is the reality we are having. The IAEA has been following day by day. You may follow our communication and our reports, which are almost daily, if not more than once a day, where we are indicating, informing objectively of what we are seeing. So there have been attacks on Natanz, on Isfahan. There has been one today on a centrifuge manufacturing workshop in a village near Tehran, in Tehran itself. So we have this concern. This concern also proceeds from a nuclear safety perspective, because, of course, there is always the possibility of a radiological event, dispersion of nuclear material in the atmosphere. So, indeed, we have a concern.
And are you currently speaking with the Iranians, with the Americans, with the Israelis about this evolving situation? And if so, what are the conversations that are being had?
Well, we, of course, have constant contacts, and you are mentioning 3 completely different cases. here. In the case of Iran, of course, we are in contact with them. We continue to be in contact with them. We should also be aware of the fact that the country is a country at war, so we don't have the normal channels of communication that we always have, including at a political level. It's an entirely abnormal situation, and we should acknowledge that. With the United States, of course, I have a constant dialogue at different levels, from the very high to more technical levels, and with Israel as well. And our message, of course, is one of restraint, is one of the technical availability of the IAEA to assist